last visit to this park as a 19-year-old. I will be here on Sunday as well for my 20th birthday, but that's for another video. Today we're expecting, I'm guessing for the crowds because it is a weekday, and the temperature is only a high of 80, so I don't know if that will attract more people or keep them away from the park. Now the water park is closed today because I think it is a Tuesday, and it's closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the summer, so I'm wondering what the crowds will be like. But if anything, they shouldn't be too bad. So let's see what rides we can get in. Screaming Eagle, first ride in the books. They were running Red Train, which is not the best train I like on the ride in my opinion, but I still had fun with it. And since I was actually at Kings Island a couple of days ago, I'm gonna try and compare some of the coasters here to the stuff I rode back then. It's like, obviously Screaming Eagle, the closest comparison would be, I think, Racer. And I think Racer had much better airtime because the lap bar was a lot looser on that and the airtime was more powerful. Plus it has a racing element, which is always good. But Screaming Eagle is still not a bad way. And if I'm heading down this way, you know where I'm heading to. But if you haven't seen any of my vlogs before, I usually go down to the Boss first thing after Screaming Eagle. So let's go down to the Boss and get a ride on that. And I don't know what I would compare Boss to. I mean, I guess Beast would be the one I could compare the Boss to, because Eagle already has some comparison to Racer. And it's kind of like Beast and how it goes out into the woods, but the Boss is way more out of control than Eagle is, and the Beast is way more out of control than Racer is. Both are ways that provide amazing night rides. So I feel like the Beast will be the obvious comparison to the Boss. And then I guess I could compare Freeze to Diamondback, even though that's a weird comparison. And then American Thunder I could compare to Mystic Timbers, and then Batman I could compare to Banshee. So, and maybe if I ride Boomerang I could compare that to Invertigo. But for now, let's go ride the Boss and see how it compares to the Beast. As I got down to the Boss, I saw Mr. Freeze absolutely fly to that inverted top hat backwards. And I really want to get a ride where they're over-launching it. So I'm going to go down that way. And honestly, I might ride Freeze before Justice League. Actually, I don't know. I might do Justice League first and then go ride Freeze. But then after Freeze, I'm coming back to the Boss because I do want to get on that. But for now, let's go ride Justice League and Freeze. Wonder how I'll do on this one compared to Boo Blasters, which I recently rode at Kings Island. Let's go find out. That was the closest I've come to Dalton Icing on my first try. I had 927,000 with the second gun after maxing it. That's a good start. I'm gonna try it one more time and then go over and ride Freeze, see if I can get a ride with over launching it. Didn't even come close to double maxing it last time. Let's try this one, see if I do better. Did Justice League twice more instead of one more time because the line was non-existent. And I keep getting worse with the second blaster. Like, I started at like 900-something thousand, then went down to 600-something thousand, and now down to 500-something thousand. That's not good. I need to come back in a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna go ride Mr. Freeze and then probably do this one more time at Seriously Superman. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna go ride Freeze, maybe do this one more time, and then go up to the Boss, because I didn't do Boss a little bit ago. I come out the Freeze's entrance only to find it closed, so I guess let's do Justice League one more time and then go up to Boss if Freeze isn't open by then. Looks like they got Cyber working again. That's good. That should have been an easy double max, but I screwed up in a way you would not have expected me to. Basically, here's what happened. I failed to max out the first blast from the third screen. I was like 978,000 or whatnot. And so my plan was to use the first blaster right at the end of the fourth screen to try and get some extra points off of some targets in the distance. But when I was trying to pick up the red blaster to start shooting with it again, I accidentally dropped it while going through the virtual loop. And then I tried to pick it up, but I accidentally missed it. And then I got it, and that made me miss it entirely. I mean, come on. There's no excuse for that to have happened. Like, I would have easily have gotten it otherwise. That was like 970-something thousand. Dang it, that was close. And it seems like Freeze is still not open, it looks like. Yeah, it's not open. So I guess I'll go check out Boston and then come back to Freeze in a little bit. I have not seen Freeze run in a while, and I think it might be because of the weather. I don't know. It's definitely not sunny out, and I bet Freeze will be open till it's sunny. Now, I don't know if it is that or not, because unless Catwoman and Colossus are in the same weather phase, in which they close at the same time if it's certain weather, I don't know why Freeze will be closed. I mean, unless it's technical issues, which I don't know about. And while we're on the topic of Mr. Freeze, I mentioned earlier that Diamondback would be the one that I could compare it to the most. I just realized that Flight of Fear is in the same exact park as Diamondback, and that's way more similar to Freeze's, so that would be the obvious comparison. But I hope Freeze opens, because I want to ride this thing. And for now, let's take a ride on the Boss and see how it's holding up. I saw Skyscraper running way out there, so I don't think Freeze is down because of weather, but it might be technical difficulties, which I don't know what it could be. Man, that sucker's insane. I forgot how fast paced this ride is. Like, it was charging to the top of the turn before the drop off. I'm talking about the first turn way in the woods over there, behind those trees. You can't really see, but it was taking that turn with some serious speed, and the airtime was also a lot more violent than I remember. Like, this hill right here, this is the kicker. Like, it launched me so far out of my seat that I slammed back down right when it hit the valley. I was just laughing the whole time. It was nuts. And I saw Mr. Freeze testing from the ride, so I'm gonna head down there now and jump on that if they open it by the time I get down there. I forgot I didn't mention how Boss holds up to the Beast. That thing was way more out of control than the Beast was. Like, I forgot how minimalistic the restraints are, because on Beast you have a seatbelt and a lap bar within PTC trains. In Boss, you just have a lap bar within Gerstlauer trains, and those trains are open. Like, I know a lot of people hate them. I personally don't mind the Gerstlauer trains, as they allow me to get plenty of airtime room. And that was just amazing ride. That was my 50th ride on it in 2022, which is pretty nice. And the mid-course, even though we flew around the turn into it, and we trimmed, I think I heard the brakes kick in twice, the train didn't really slow down the mid-course at all. Like, it trimmed a little bit and it went off like almost. It was almost the equivalent of a trimless ride because how fast it was taking the second half, but still, that was amazing. Freeze is still not open, so I'm gonna come back to that a little quick. Now let's ride this again. Saw some people go in the entrance right there, so it looks like Mr. Freeze is back open now. Let's ride this thing. I enjoyed my 3 rides I got on Flight of Fear over my recent trip to Kings Island, so I wonder how this one will hold up. Wow. Mr. Freeze absolutely destroys Flight of Fear, and it's not close. Flight of Fear is still a really fun ride, but Mr. Freeze is on a whole nother level from it. Like, it was running so good today. Like, it took the inverted top hat backwards a lot faster than what I was used to, so that was a nice surprise, and it was overall really good. Since I'm over here at Batman, I figured I'd try and compare this one to Banshee. Now, in terms of where I'm gonna sit, I think it really depends on how long the line is for each of the rows. When I rode it last time I was here, it was a complete walk-on, and even the front row had no line. Now, I'm guessing that the front row's gonna have a decently long line, and then probably back row's gonna have a short line. So I might end up riding the back, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it really depends on how long the lines are. So let's go take a look and find out. Not really hearing anybody as of now, so that's a good sign. But let's go take a look and see what the line is. I'd say it's worth the extra train wait for the front row, so let's do it. Back row is a complete walk-on, but so what? All right, front. Batman is way more intense than Banshee was. But that being said, I do prefer Banshee, mainly because it's a more unique layout and it's got some better forces in some of the elements. Now, Batman, it's really snappy, but Banshee's layout is really one of a kind. I mean, how often do you find an inline twist on a B&M member? So that's definitely something you don't see often, and I loved it. So I do think I prefer Banshee, but Batman's still a good ride nonetheless. Justice League is down, so it looks like Freeze is next. Round 2 on Freeze was awesome, and Justice League is back open, so we're doing this one again. Maxed out Justice League again, and there's one thing that makes me the happiest with this ride. It's not double maxing it, and it's not hitting the milestones. In fact, it has nothing really to do with the on-ride experience itself. It actually has to do with one of the employees there. Every now and then, there's an employee at Justice League named Tom. He always loves to joke around with me and everything, and it really just makes me happy. Like, every time I see him, I always get a huge smile on my face. He brings some energy to that ride, in my opinion. Like, I always see him fist bumping a lot of people. Like, he does a great job operating the thing. If you guys ever see Tom at anywhere in the park, be sure to tell him thank you for doing a good job, because he deserves it. He's such a great guy. One more thing I forgot to mention about Tom. If he's ever loading the people into the vehicles, if there's others, he always tells them to watch what I do. Whatever I do, he tells them to do. And if anything, it tells me I'm doing something right now. It used to drive me insane when he used to do it, but now I don't mind it anymore, because if anything, it makes me feel happier that I'm actually doing something. And then it goes freeze, roll back. But yeah, that's something else that time does. It really just, it adds to the experience. Definitely one of the hardest working ride up here, and definitely one of the coolest to be around, for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with you. Let me guess what I'll be causing. On the go. All clear, me out of here, Jerry, like the boss. You good? No, he's just saying, oh my god, you gotta be doing,
Boss on round 2 was amazing as usual. Don't think it was quite as good as earlier, but I still had fun with it. Now I'm gonna go ride Justice League either once or twice more, and then probably check American Thunder, although I don't know if I want to ride American Thunder today or not, but I'll see what I feel like. So for now, let's go down to Justice League. Maybe ride Freeze again, actually, but I don't know. I decided to start the marathon early today, like I think a little earlier than last time. And I still got some more riding to do because we got a little over an hour still closing, so let's go. And today feels like it flew by, like my gosh. It felt like I was on Screaming Eagle not that long ago. Double maxed it on my last ride of the night, and they're closing the line off now, so I can't ride it again. But let's see, could I get on Mr. Freeze one more time before they close it? Oh, let's go open. So I'm gonna try and get last ride of the night on Mr. Freeze. Last ride secured, let's do it. Just got the last public ride of the day, back row on this ride. That was awesome. The majority of the afternoon was a little bit of a struggle with Justice League, but the end was so worth it, like with the double max and then last ride of the night on this. That was just amazing. Today was definitely a day that was more focused on Justice League, as I got 19 rides on that. But I did get some rides on the coasters as well. There's a few of them. I got 3 on Freeze, 2 on Boss, and then 1 on Batman and Screaming Eagle. Today was definitely a pretty fun day, although there were some struggles, like especially with Justice League, the completely massive fail of a double max ride that I got. Like, I should have had it. Like, I still don't know how I missed it like that, but that happens every once in a while, I guess, when you're an expert like me. But other than that, it was still fun. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so for clicking on this video. And hopefully if you've been watching this, you've left a like or commented on the video. If you haven't done that, feel free to do so. And if you do subscribe, please be sure to turn the bell on so you get notified every time I upload. And most likely the next vlog you'll see from me will be at this park for my 20th birthday. Now, I am doing something tomorrow night, which is the day after this, and I mean, I might do a vlog from it, but I haven't decided yet. But whatever the next vlog may be, stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you guys later.